in times like this, I wish I was very skilled in drawing very rapidly.
No.
Like, because I kind of felt like this would be a good opportunity to make some sort of like quick video. I don't know, just the two of us, like me drawing like some characters and have them interact to what's going on here. I don't know. I kind of would like to come up with some sort of Italian character as well. Just just be like, yes, now you're getting Devilman and Cutie Honey and maybe Fist of North Star, but you still don't have like all this other stuff we have. You don't have Shin Mazinger Zero, do you?
Oh, that's what burns the most.
Yeah, you're missing the Mazinger portion. And why'd you license the first honey? That first honey is shit.
See, that's what I was really questioning. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna complain because Honey's my girl, but at the same time, I'm just like, the first manga, really?
I'll buy my smutty honey.
I'm kind of doubting. I'm like, is that even going to be released where I live? But then again, we have dessert, so I think it should be fine.
Well, it's gonna be a hardcover, so I don't know, like, if the cover itself is suggestive or not.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
Well, then again, I don't know, all these hardcovers are vague. I'm kind of wondering, like, is this like a completely new edition that's being made, or does it already exist somewhere else?
Yeah, because it's going to be called the Cutie Honey Classic Collection. So...
Yeah, going to guys' roots. Like, it all started because I thought I was gonna die of diarrhea.
Yeah.
I survived.
You thought you could keep me down.
Speaking of diarrhea, like, a new chapter of Omorai-Kun showed up.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it was about, that going to guy teacher.
Oh.
Yeah, basically, like, his parents find him, and they kind of bring him back to be like this, back to how he was before he turned to a hobo. And then by the end of it, he becomes a hobo again.
I see.
Yeah, but you don't really see too much Omorai in that one, actually. You see mostly the honey girl instead. I don't remember her name, but she's the one with the cutie honey design, basically.
Right. Actually, I haven't read that chapter yet, so I mean, it's good to see the series back. Because I was kind of wondering, because like it was getting updated pretty like consistently, and then like it just like stops. I'm like, okay, you can't do this to me.
Our lowbrow humor.
My weekly dose of like super lowbrow humor.
Our super shitty manga is like, you think you're this gives a whole different meaning to shit taste. I got shit taste, man. I still won't get over the crossover
where like Omorai literally jumps on the dude's desk and just actually takes the shit.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I read that thing also. That was one unique crossover.
Yeah, just can't wait for, the next Devilman Mazinger crossover where Devilman just takes the shit on Mazingers.
And one of the shit is a fucking demon. That shoots lasers. Devil poo.
If his bloodstones could shoot lasers, I don't see why not his shit.
My feces have lasers.
Or maybe his shit turns into like a mini Devilman.
Maybe Captain Planet's the only character that can at least stand up to him. Well, actually, no, never mind. He can't.
Speaking of Captain Planet, I saw on Twitter, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but I think he's supposed to make like a cameo in OKKO.
Yeah, I heard about that, which I'm assuming is real.
Because I saw the screenshot and everything. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it has a really different design though. But
yeah, I mean, I guess it fits more in line with the series.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if it was like the same Captain Planet, same exact design.
Yeah. I was gonna bring up something, but now I'm forgetting what it was. It was okay, I remember. It had to do with a previous podcast with the Alabaster and the whole like cutie. I mean, not the cutie honey, the Kill Tezuka thing.
Oh. Right.
Well, someone in the comments actually responded saying, actually, you know what? I should open up the. Let me go to that video. Oh yeah, I don't know why, but that video's like not advertiser friendly now.
It's probably because of this spooky thumbnail.
I don't know. Yeah, because lately everything has been getting like that, but then I send a request and it usually gets fixed, but this one hasn't. But New Yokio gets okay, so whatever. Whatever. Anyways, here's the comment. From Sergeant Eritrone's interface. Rumiko, Tezuka's daughter, was likely joking about that since she's actually friends with Keiichi Tanaka, the artist who drew the Tezuka Ryuko, and she does follow him on Twitter, and likely due to his friendship, he's actually done official artwork for Tezuka Productions, so I guess she was just joking about it, but everyone never knew. They didn't get the joke.
Okay.
So hers like, how dare you do this?
Oh, because like, that's the way the news article like wrote it. You know, like, oh, Tezuka's daughter reacted like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. It didn't really say it was a joke.
No, it's an inside joke. No one got it. It's like the... yeah.
It's a very strange inside joke.
You pervert.
Why are you ruining my dad's legacy?
Gosh. Well, speaking of like jokes and this scene and just straight up I don't know why, like I just want to jump into Pan Pizza because it kind of relates to that whole bullshitting thing, industry shit, whatever. Because on his Let's Play channel on the Taxi Mega Drive, he uploaded a silhouette reveal.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the whole Magic School Bus rants that he was talking about. You can actually see his face in one part of the video, and I'm guessing that photo of him, the one with that shirt, is probably him after all. Because he is wearing glasses in here. He had a cap on, but yeah, we can still tell it's him, so.
I mean, lately he's been kind of lazier at, like, hiding his identity, because, like, I forgot what video it was, like, he wasn't wearing gloves in one video.
Yeah, he was showing his hand. Like, it was in the room tour and then one of the recent reviews, and he's gonna review Giant Robo.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I was like, oh, I was not expecting that.
Which one was Giant Robo? Is that the one with the Sphinx head, or...?
Yeah, that's the one that kind of looks like Exodia.
Yeah, because I was thinking that or Tetsuin 28, so I was like, it's one of those two.
Yeah, no, Giant Robo's like the... I don't know why, but like, it has such a generic name, but the design is so unique. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, I know it was like one of the first mechas, but like, come on, at least a better name.
I don't know, it's like going up to this one character and call him Hero Super.
But then, yeah, I guess that works because a lot of early superheroes had really, like, simple names. Like, then, like, Superman, like...
Yeah, Wonder Woman, and then, well, I guess the whole concept of something plus man is pretty simple.
That's true.
Or lady, or woman, or something like that, so...
Yeah, Spider-Man, Kinnikuman, Devilman.
Yeah, or the comment that I posted in your video with Gasoline Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never get over that, like, what do you want, Gasoline Boy? And he gets killed very quick.
I'm actually trying to think of, like, superhero names that are unique.
That are unique. Well, I guess Spawn is more different because it doesn't have man in the fucking name.
Yeah, it doesn't have man, boy, or man.
And it's not like based on something that's an identifiable object, like Green Lantern.
So yeah, Spawn's pretty unique. I mean, I guess Deadpool, the whole origin, I mean, he's not really a superhero per se, but like the whole origin to the name, I guess.
I was thinking something like Ghost Rider and Daredevil maybe as well.
Yeah, Daredevil's pretty, Ghost Rider. Yeah, I guess All Might, because that's more of like, not really referring to him as a person, but more like his tenacity as a superhero.
But the best villain organization name though.
The Blowjob.
Yeah. Wow, you read my mind.
Because I was thinking, wait, hold on. And then I'm like, yeah, I know. Has to be.
No, it's like I was sending you a signal. It's like, it's one of those like Morse code messages. Well, by the way, for Morse code signal, that reminded me of this one scene of Robocop. But did you happen to see that Robocop parody movie that I posted on Facebook?
No, I haven't been on Facebook for a while.
Yeah, because I randomly found it because before I would always only find a single scene of that movie, and this time I found the entire thing on YouTube. But it's like there's a lot of like dildos in there. There's like a lot of dick stuff in there. So I'm just like, come down. Like, thankfully there was one topless scene, with actual girls, but it's like there's so much dicks None of them are real dicks as far as I can tell, but still, it's like, come on, guys, let's calm down a bit. Yeah, because this, I don't want to give anything away, because this is one scene where it just, it just gets ridiculous. It's that Robocop scene where, where he shoots the rapist.
Oh, right?
Well, basically, imagine a Go Nagai version of that scene. That's the best way I can put it.
Various ways I could actually go now.
Yeah, so, the movie's mostly good. It's like the last two skits at the end, which were like, they weren't funny. I don't know, it's like it gradually built up to this funny thing, and then it just it was gradually died out. But one of the things that's interesting is that different people worked on different scenes, so you'll see different like art styles or production things. Wow, you don't see parody movies like that anymore, not since like back in the 90s with stuff like Naked Gun and Hot Shots, those types of movies.
Yeah, because like parody movies, they kind of like went to shit with the whole like, what was the name of that movie? Like epic movie.
Yeah, after scary movies
like
went overboard, and then it went to that epic movie series. I forgot what they started calling it because there's a couple of other ones, but I can never remember their names. Like there was this one.
They're like parodies. Like I remember, like there was like a 300 parody. I think it was
Yeah.
called like Meet the Spartans or whatever.
Yeah, because there was another.
Like the vampires suck.
Yeah, and I think it was Dragonfly, the one that was the superhero one.
Oh right, the one from Drake.
Yeah.
Meddle.
It's kind of because they stopped focusing on one single film and just started doing whatever that was like popular at the time.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, this is what was popular around this time period. It's like dated as fuck.
Yeah. Well, then again, like everything gets dated somehow. So.
Well, yeah, but some things can become timeless depending on the way you use it. Like when you start using a lot of current slang and technology, you like heavily.
Yeah, I've been watching some like podcasts / let's plays, and you're kind of surprised how many terms are like stop being used after a while. Stuff like fail and for the win.
Yeah.
And now currently it's like hashtag, but I'm pretty sure that will die out soon as well.
Yeah, eventually it'll go from hashtag to whatever the cool.
Whatever new slang we come up with.
Yeah. Whatever the hip, dank, radical people. No one uses radical.
Yeah, you never know. We might bring it back. We might bring back all the 90s slang.
Yeah, I mean, people really like the 90s, so who knows the 90s. Who knows? People like the 80s so much, we just might go back to that 80s slang. Like, yo, dude, that's groovy.
Groovy. Yeah.
Bring groovy back. People need to use that more.
Bring groovy. Hashtag bring groovy back. Oh. Oh, yeah. So anyways, what were we talking about at the beginning? Oh yeah, it was about
I don't know,
yeah, we're recording, but I just kind of like
okay.
forgot.
I wasn't sure if we started or not.
I don't know. We just start whenever we fucking feel like it.
See, that's the thing. It's like introducing ourselves is kind of redundant because now if you have special guests on.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's someone's first time watching the podcast. I don't fucking know.
I guess.
And then depending on what, because I didn't feel like talking about any of the shows last week because for one, the Hero Academia is like I didn't see any of the 2 new episodes, and the dub is like on Funimation delay, and then the only thing new I saw was Lupin, and I missed the JoJo episode, and no one has put it online, and I'm not even sure if it's on demand yet. I would have to check. So yeah, I'm behind on things. And instead,
I saw Lupin or JoJo.
Yeah, and instead I'm caught up to Dragon Ball Super, and I finally saw what people were talking about Master Roshi. It was shit.
So, like, it was shit, okay.
It was shit, because you know why? Like, what breaks everything apart?
What?
Okay, first things first, what do you think happens to Master Roshi in that episode?
Well, see, like, I don't know, because I'm not even close to that.
Well, you can guess, just guess. What could be the most dramatic thing that can happen in Dragon Ball Super?
Most dramatic thing.
I'm
guessing he dies or something?
Well, that's the thing. This whole episode, you see Master Roshi fight 3 different characters, like one at a time. And it's kind of building up to this self-sacrifice thing. But you know what completely fucks it up?
I mean, when it comes to death in Dragon Ball, like, the whole concept of Dragon Ball kind of, like, fucks up death. But,
no, it's even worse. Like, you're thinking, like, oh, they brought him back to life or something. No, it's worse than that, Falcon. No, he never fucking died.
What?
They build all this shit up and he doesn't die. It's like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, and and there's two things that make it worse. Two more things. Goku had many opportunities to quote unquote save his life before he died, because he was busy fighting this other guy. And when Master Roshi's about to kick the bucket, so to speak, Goku just thinks, "Oh no, I gotta turn blue now and go up and go to where he's at." It's like, you could have done it any fucking time. Why are you wasting time for it, you dumbass? And then, to make the icing or whatever on the cake, you know how he brings him back to life? It's like, he does like CPR, Dragon Ball Evolution style, just like the fucking movie.
Out of all the things to take, you take something from the movie.
Yes! It's the second time it happens, and what's worse is that it's like it's pretty much Dragon Ball Evolution right there, and I don't know what all these people were saying, like, oh, this was a good episode. It was dumb as fuck, because he never died. And Master Roshi just walks it off, like, oh yeah, nothing happened, like, I used the evil containment wave, and I'm still okay.
Oh, so he used the evil containment wave.
Yeah, but he used it on his second opponent, so there was like no sign of him feeling tired or anything when he fought the third one. So it's like, and then what makes it worse, if he was gonna die, they made him fight like some throwaway character that I don't remember his name. I know he was there, and he has his ability which makes him stronger as more time passes, which, that's vague as fuck for a power-up, and you don't even know, I don't remember the guy's name. It's like, who was he? He's not important. He's throwaway. So, that episode was shit, and then the following episode was also terrible. Because another Dragon Ball character got knocked off the ring, and guess who it was?
I'm trying to think. Wait, was it someone that I like personally, or no?
Well, I'm not sure. I think you might. But I know for sure you'll be pissed off for this character to be taken out so quickly because of who he is. It's not Piccolo, so it's okay.
But it's not Piccolo or Gohan, right?
No, it's not Piccolo or Gohan. It's not none of the main people. Maybe that should narrow it down by a lot.
Oh, okay. Remember, if it's Piccolo or Gohan, man. I'm trying to think. It's like, it was on the good guy side, though, right?
Yeah.
Like Tien?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so, great. The human characters are the first ones to go. I mean, yeah, sure, that totally adds so much to the character, especially when Tien, this is the first time he does anything in the fucking arc. And then...
I don't understand that, because, like, you bring back Tien, and, like, people do like him. He's not like Yamcha where people just don't like him. Like, people respect Tien, especially after the whole Cell thing.
Yeah.
Why bring him back if you're just going to shit on him?
He doesn't really do much, and then this whole episode was basically trying to incorporate a lot of strategy, which Hunter x Hunter this ain't. Well, basically there was these two guys that were basically sniping with Ki Blast, and we see Piccolo get wrecked a lot, so it's been a while since you see actual green blood and maybe some violent gore, as you see Piccolo's arms get torn off and shit. So, but still, it's like they're kind of shitting on Piccolo a little bit by being like, no, Gohan, I gotta protect you. Like, I'll take the hits, Gohan.
I don't understand that anymore. Like Piccolo, I understand that, but like at the same time, like Gohan's way or at least I think he should. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure they can deflect these things, by punching it or shooting it back, rather than just taking the hits. Because they're basically like trying to find where the sniper is coming from, and there's actually two people shooting these things, and because there's this one guy that he doesn't have any ki energy, he just acts like a reflector, so they could ricochet ki blasts, and so he's paired up with this other guy that shoots ki blasts. So Goku and Vegeta, they're like shooting at him, thinking, "Oh, this isn't gonna work. All right, we'll just use rocks like to hit him with it." But I'm thinking, you could just go straight up and punch him, guys. You don't have to use some sort of blunt weapon to attack him physically.
I just like that method. Oh, we can't use Ki Blast, we'll use rocks.
I'm assuming it was done for humor's sake, but at the same time, I just can't help but think, you could just go up there and punch him. Just grab him, throw him off the arena. He can't do shit. he can't fight for shit. All he does is reflect the energy that his partner shoots at him. So, yeah.
You know, they were going back to the monkey instincts, man. Throw shit.
Yeah, and then like the magical girl fight was actually pretty entertaining, even though it's like because they did something really funny, which I would believe Toriyama would do, is that they're having their magical girl transformation, and then 17 interrupts them by shooting at them.
Oh.
And they actually like everyone's like kind of arguing about him with that, and then they actually repeat the entire transformation again. And they were going, and that was like a 5-minute stalling for like the whole episode. But still, I appreciate the humor, and then yeah, the fight was pretty fast. That's what I appreciate more than anything, because it did feel like actual Dragon Ball. But yeah, the Roshi episode was shit.
It's like, I remember I saw one article saying, "Oh yeah, this is such a good scene," and then I started hearing negative fan feedback online.
Yeah, so because they were showing tributes of like in sequential order of what Master Roshi was doing, like when he like the buff form where they first meet him, like that's the first time he does anything, that's the first thing. Second thing was well, actually no, it's not in fucking order now that I think about it, because the third thing he does is that electric attack that he does to Goku when he's in Great Ape form.
He never teaches Goku, yeah.
Yeah, where he paralyzes him in midair, like that's the third thing he does. But it's like, wait a minute, no, that should be the second thing, because the second thing he does is the evil containment wave, and that should have been his end, but it wasn't. So it's like, I don't know, it's like whenever they want to do something, it's like, how do you, like, we got a good idea, but we don't know how to do it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with Super, like, I don't know, I mean, I'm still with the dub. I almost feel like I should just start watching the sub, so we can just catch up and talk about it, but at the same time, that's like, what?
No, it's not really, well, there's a, not, I don't know, I don't think it's really worth this. I don't know, Super's been like exciting in a different way. Not as intended to be.
I guess it's not really comparable to the Tiger Mask in that way, because like Tiger Mask disappointed us, but at least it was short and it had more deliveries than I don't know.
Yeah, because Super is like, you already have like this whole credibility to it. Well, admittedly, Tiger Mask does also, but unless we're Italian, Arabic, or Japanese, or this other country, we won't understand it.
Yeah.
But here, it's like, yeah, everyone should have a full understanding of what Dragon Ball is, and then here it's like, what's going on here?
Not only that, like, it's Dragon Ball. You're talking about like the most recognized, most popular, most beloved franchise in anime.
Yeah, everything.
Worldwide. It's not just like, okay, in these few selected countries. I mean, you could pretty much go anywhere in the world and just have like the Goku hair, and like, people will recognize it.
Yeah. This, I don't know, this anime has been pretty shitty.
Yeah, so it's kind of sad to see, like, this is what has become. Because, like, Super, it's like it doesn't have good ideas. It's just, like, the execution and the way the characters have been handled. I mean, like, in the manga, like, I don't know, I'm satisfied with Vegeta's character, but, like, then, like, I don't know, Goku is just, like...
Oh, yeah, Goku's, like, no matter what incarnation currently, Goku has just been terrible.
Like, I was really liking what they were doing with him in Z, because, like, in Z, it seemed like slowly but surely he was maturing, especially towards the end when technically, he was supposed to take Oob and go train him. Like, now he's finally a mentor. I was really liking that direction. I mean, sure, why couldn't you train your son? But, whatever. Super came along and all that, and now I'm just not sure, man. Just not sure where they're trying to take his character. He's like, I'm still waiting for him, like, maybe learn from his, like, especially the whole thing from, like, Resurrection F, where just because, Goku was stalling, Frieza blew up the Earth,
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of hoping for him to learn from that, like, oh shit, because of my cocky nature, I practically got everyone I ever loved killed. But no, he doesn't really learn from that. It's not like a big whole, Goku, man, what the fuck? And no one really brings it up to him either. No one's like, yeah, Goku, fuck you, he technically killed everyone in the alternate timeline. But yeah, no. It's fine. He's Goku, everyone loves him.
No, I don't love him right now.
Because that's the thing in Dragon Ball, it seems like he becomes friends with everyone, and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure someone's gonna have it when it's like, had enough of this shit at some point.
Yeah, it's like, no man, me and Goku is like, we gotta go the Soul Eater way. Like, it's not working out between us.
There's no soul renaissance, man.
You know, it's all about that Soul and Black Star, man. You know, it's not working out between us, man. Goku, we need some time. Goku needs some time to reflect on your conduct.
Goku, it's over between us. I'm moving on to Vegeta. Just over.
Vegeta's been so much better than you.
Vegeta's actually a decent, well, not human, but like, just saying.
He's more human than you.
Vegeta cares. Deep down on the inside.
It's like, if I got slapped by Beerus, Vegeta will protect me. Will you do that for me, Goku? I don't think so.
Would you do that? Would you throw away your pride for the sake of your family?
Yeah, would you dance in front to keep the ultimate god of destruction from killing everyone? Would you? Would you cook for someone else, Goku?
You don't see me using a green man.
Would you change? Would you change your baby's diaper, Goku? Would you stay for your wife to deliver the baby, Goku?
I have a feeling someone brings up a conversation like that in front of Goku, he was just like instant trance.
Like, shit. Fuck.
I don't know. My boy Goku, what happened?
That's exactly it. He still thinks he's a boy.
Yeah, technically he's a grandpa now. So that's like, it's kind of scary to think, you know?
I don't know. It's like anyone working at Dragon Ball Super, they just think Goku is just not what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, like, I'm actually wondering how Toriyama thinks, because again, like, towards the end of Dragon Ball, like, he did, I mean, it wasn't the greatest step in maturity, but he was, you know, maturing quite a bit. You know, he was thinking, like, somewhat like an adult.
Yeah, he matured the most at the end of the Cell games. I was like, you know, that was it. Like, you know what, guys? No, I gotta get out of here. I gotta stay dead. I just keep attracting all this shit. So,
and to me, that is such a great moment, because it just shows, like, yeah, you know, he knows what's going on. Like, he knows what's best for people.
yeah.
Like, I thought that was a great scene. And, you know, like, see, the thing, that's what's kind of annoying me with Super. It's like, Goku, he's not, like, a complete dumbass. It's just that, you know, he's just not smart because he never really, you know, had a proper education.
Yeah, it's like going to someone, like, you can't call someone stupid for their ignorance. It's like, well, I'm pretty sure you know what this is, but it's like going up to someone and say, hey, do you know what a tart is? No, and then, well, you're dumb.
Yeah, so...
it's not fair. It's like, do you know how to...
I mean, the boy was raised on a mountain.
Yeah, like, not to mention, there was no one, there was no other person to communicate with at all. He was in the wilderness. Goku is basically Tarzan. Alright, so, you know, he didn't know how, somehow he knew how to speak because of Grandpa Gohan, but you could pretty much take Goku as a character that, like, as that boy that was raised by wolves, and Tarzan, you know, raised by gorillas. That, you know, he doesn't know what a human girl is and all this shit, so you can't blame him.
Yeah, like, he was like, what, 15 when he met Bulma?
No, it was, they retcon his age during, like, when the first time he went to the tournament because Goku didn't count right, or Toriyama changed his mind. So he was, like, around 11, maybe, when Bulma found him, 11 or 10, so, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes a little bit more sense, because, like, I was kind of wondering for, like, a 15-year-old, he's, like, extremely short.
Well, I don't know, but then again, Luffy, you know, his 17-year-old intelligence wasn't exactly, you know, the average standard.
Yeah, but then again, I don't think Luffy really went to school, because I know he was, like, raised with, like, mountain bandits.
Yeah, I don't even know there's school. Well, like, maybe for the wealthy people, there's schools, I guess.
Actually, when I think about it, you don't really see any of the other One Piece characters really getting an education.
No.
Yeah. Zoro went to a sword
Chopper
school.
got an education, and he got his medical degree.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
And Frankie, you know, Frankie got his degree in workshop class, so, you know, there you go.
Yeah. So, they got education.
Brooke got his music degree, so... And wait a minute, everyone else has degrees, everyone but the main group, because even Robin, she has her archaeology degree.
Yeah, so it's just Luffy, but, like, I'm pretty sure Nami, like, we all know Nami's intelligent, and then...
Yeah.
Sanji has like a cooking, skills. He's worked in the kitchen. He's had a job.
Swordsman's got his gym. He's got his gym degree.
Yeah, Zoro. He has his.
So that just leaves Luffy and Usopp then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, Usopp's pretty smart. I mean, he makes a lot of inventions, so I'm pretty sure he had some kind of education.
Yeah, I guess so. He got his own workshop class.
The only thing Luffy knows is, like, I guess fighting. Pretty good at that.
Self-defense degree.
I mean, he was raised by bandits, so I guess there was a self-defense degree. Like, if you're going to be raised by bandits, you better learn how to protect yourself. The stupidity among main characters. I want to say, I think that trope is dying out. I'm not sure, because I haven't seen that many shonen leads that are, like, complete dumbass.
Well, that's because everyone wants to go the strategic route now when it comes to their fighting.
Yeah, I guess. Because I'm not sure how Black Clover is. I mean, I guess we'll all find out next month when the anime comes out.
Well, I guess Natsu was, like, probably the most recent character to be like that.
I guess, but, like, he was still around that time where it was, like, I guess people weren't as fed up with the dumb main character, because, like, Naruto came out.
Well, yeah, Naruto was also, like, around the same level of intelligence, and Ichigo, while not necessarily dumb, he was very blunt for the most part.
Yeah. I think, like, Ichigo was just, like, I'm not that well-versed with Bleach, but I think he was probably just, like, the most average intelligent.
Yeah, because, in terms of, like, because in the school stuff, they did verify he was, like, a little bit above average, but for the most part, I kind of want to say he was the more mature out of the shonen cast at the time.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, well then again, I guess Medaka would be another one that was more recent, but then again, her talents are like beyond
like pretty much,
normal. You could say that she was abnormal.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, I guess the whole dumb protagonist is not much of a thing anymore. Unless they decide to bring back Kiniko Man.
Kiniko Man is still pretty... That's what I'm hating about current Kiniko Man. It feels like he regressed a lot.
Okay. What is up with these characters regressing?
Yeah, I don't know what. Kiniko Man is still like... Well, dumb is still kind of like normal. That's never gonna change, but his like bravery has gone back to being the coward that he always was at the beginning of the series. So that's kind of what I hate, because he's still doing the piss and the shit jokes that he normally does. And then I'm thinking, so I guess we'll talk about like the anime news. I don't know, this whole podcast is disorganized.
Alright, so the news, I guess we talked about it earlier, the whole Honey getting licensed by a good old 7 Seas.
Yeah, they've been like grabbing stuff. Oh yeah, they've been grabbing other things I want to talk about.
Yeah. Got all those ready to talk about. So that's going on. We get the Cutie Honey, the classic collection, which is a bit of a surprise. I mean, if we're going to grab another Go to Die property, I thought it was going to be Mazinger Z, considering the movie's coming out.
Yeah.
But, that's fine. I'm pretty sure they'll get Mazinger Z at some point. But, we all know it's Mazinger Zero that really matters.
Yeah.
I need that.
Shin Mazinger Zero. And then
because, like, for you guys listening who don't know, 7 Seas has, like, this thing at the end of every month where they have, like, this, kind of like survey that, you just answer some questions for them. But at the end of it, you get to suggest 3 manga titles that they could select. So, get in there and ask for a series that you want to see eventually get licensed by them. Because it kind of seems like they'll just license anything at this point. Which is what I've always respected about 7 Seas. They're becoming like my new favorite manga licensing company. Because they get all the good stuff. But yeah, so they're getting Honey on top of the Cutie Honey of Go-Go.
Yeah, because he also grabbed the Saint show a couple months back. The Devilman stuff. Devilman Grimoire, Devilman Hades. And one of my other favorites, Precarious Executive Miss Black General, they finally grabbed that too.
They grabbed that, which was quite a surprise. I'm like, oh wow. So that's getting licensed. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, the best supervillain manga comedy has been grabbed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, because it got an anime, but it was like that app anime, and I don't think anyone's like English subbed them yet.
No one's really leaked anything aside from like that episode 2, and nothing else has shown up.
But like, preferred an actual. I mean, I enjoy the idea of the half anime, but like I would have preferred it being like a proper series. So it's good that we get the manga coming out. That's pretty great. I wasn't actually expecting the series because I didn't think it was that popular to really get a license, but I guess it was, and that's great. See, the thing I also enjoy about Seven Seas is like they will license really random manga series that you can't find online. Combat piracy, you can't find it online. You might as well go buy it. And then another manga licensing news. There's a Kickstarter for North Star that came out recently.
Yeah.
To publish the manga on bilingual ebooks. Because it was saying EoneBook device, which emulates physical books. So I'm like, is this a device, and they're just going to emulate it for that device only, or is it just going to work for like other things? I was like, I'm concerned about it.
I did some research because I found the Kickstarter for it, and that one has a complete a video which shows like how the thing works and everything. And yeah, it's basically one book. Well, to me, this is the most fantastic thing for a manga to have when it comes to having a digital format, is that one book could hold the entire series.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the neat thing, because they did show how it works. So basically, it is like I think the book only has Fist of North Star material. They won't have like, oh, you can use it for like other mangas. I am surprised that they are having the option of Japanese and English, so that's why I was kind of wondering. So do we have to import it, or will there be an actual retailer over here that will release that version? But even then, they said nothing was going to get released until 2018.
So I guess we'll get more information as we get closer.
Yeah, but it is awesome because I'm kind of hoping they kind of do that for other things as well. Because the way JoJo is, and I was wondering they might start doing that for other series that are popular. Like, you know, it'd be kind of neat to have all of JoJo in one book, because that will save a lot of shelf space. But at the same time, I'm kind of wondering, will there be color pages? So, I mean, I assume it should be possible to have the color pages and some, you know, author notes. Yeah, then actually physically printing it. But
yeah, you save money that way.
Yeah.
You do it like digitally.
So I was kind of wondering, does this count like its own like computer, or like some sort of in the same way like a cartridge or a disc of a game save stuff?
I mean, I'm guessing it works like the same way. Like, I guess it's like one of those ebook tablets, like the Kindle and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because like the original Kindle was just there for books, and then eventually they kind of turned it into more of a tablet kind of thing. But Kindle was originally just ebooks. So I'm guessing that's the format this thing is going about.
Yeah, so the bad thing is we can't really mention anything else, because other than it's one of those, oh, there's this news, and we can't really explore it because of lack of info. Oh.
Yeah, but there's another piece of news that's kind of interesting.
There is?
Yeah, I mean, I think you might have seen it. It's not as big, it's more weird. But the Rose of Versailles chocolate snack collaboration lets fans kiss Oscar.
I didn't hear about that one, actually.
Okay, I'll link it. So basically, the Rose of Versailles, they teamed up with some chocolate company, and there's like this limited edition, like, I guess chocolate thing, and it comes with this like container that lets you kiss Oscar. And I'm not sure, because like the way the picture looks, like I'm not sure if you suck whatever it's in there out of Oscar's lips, or you just kiss it but you just open it later. I don't know, it's weird. I'm like, out of all characters, such a weird concept. It has to be Oscar. Like, I don't know. I think she's above that, to be honest.
Yeah, she is above that. Hey, at least a kiss, not like, something more smutty, provocative with the whole like mouse pad and stuff.
Well, I guess people get weird. It's gonna be like licking and like shit.
It's like, oh, Oscar, just like
what happened? Yeah, but this is for the Rose of Barista or something like that, or the Barista of Versailles. I think that's what this team. Yeah, the Barista of Versailles is what this team up is called. And then at the bottom of the article, they mention the project has both an unspecified screen adaptation and game adaptation simultaneously in the works.
Yeah.
So we'll see what that screen adaptation is all about.
Yeah, they mentioned that like a week or two back, about them being like I think one is like some sort of simple dating sim game. I'm assuming there's something along those lines.
Like wide series.
Well, I don't know, but the whole screen adaptation is what's been very vague, because you don't know if it's gonna be an anime or is it gonna be something else, or just like a 2-minute short thing or screen. I don't know. It could be fucking anything. And that's what I hate.
Yeah, So I mean, I guess we'll see, because like even screen adaptation, it can't even just move on from anime and just straight up be a live action or a stage play or whatever. I don't know. Because you know, Japan's been pretty crazy with those lately.
The other thing is that like last year or maybe even the year before, they announced that Udon Entertainment licensed the manga and they said they were going to release it, but they still haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like wondering what happened to that.
Yeah, because they're also the same people that released Queen Emeraldas, but they haven't released Oscar.
Interesting.
Just been like in the dark. I'm just thinking, well, what happened, guys? What happened?
Get scared? Or were you just waiting for this kissing thing to come out?
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't that screen adaptation. No, it was this kiss thing that they were waiting for.
Yeah, that was a real thing they were waiting for. So a little bit midway through Rose of Versailles right now. I'm like, you know, I've been like, I watched the whole like Black Knight ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
No, Black.
I'm trying to remember like how like what happens. I don't remember the order of the show because I've only seen it once, but that's something I need to revisit at some point.
That was good. And there's a couple more pieces of news. One of them is just for an upcoming anime, but like the way the heading is, it might mislead people. But it's a manga I recommended a while back called Hinamatsuri. Hinamatsuri, super-powered Yakuza comedy manga, gets TV anime next spring. And like the thing is, it's like, it's not like the way that goes about it, like depending on the way you read it, you may just think it's about Yakuza with like superpowers, but it's more about just, you know, a girl with psychic abilities living with a Yakuza dude. I recommended it a long time ago, but like it was around that time where like mangas I was recommending didn't get updated frequently, so it was like by the time I made my recommendation, I kind of stopped reading the series, and like after a while, then it would start getting updates. So kind of glad the anime's coming out, so I could revisit the series. So that's another piece of news. And then the last one is just, I mentioned this a couple podcasts back, but I just find it hilarious that it's even a piece of news. But it's rental versions of Sword Art Online ordinal scale film reveal Asuna's nipples.
Oh, that thing.
Fanboys in Japan are rejoicing because the rental release does include a brief reveal of Asuna's nipples around 25 minutes and 52 seconds mark as she's getting out of the bath. The scene also reveals the popular character's rear end. The thing is, I'm like, they have to be this. I'm like, I understand it's a popular series, but you don't really hear that with any other series. They're like, oh, they reveal her nipples. Oh shit, this is a news article. But I guess that's not popular.
I don't know. Unless I think the only ones that could get that same number of attention if it was Oda or Hiromashima doing that type of reveal.
I'm guessing, but like, I don't know. Just I find that so hilarious. I'm like, are people that horny where like they narrate like, yeah, 25 minutes. 35 seconds. You get to see the nipples for 2 seconds, and then you get shot of that ass, and then it ends. And that's the most important part of the film.
Yeah.
Fuck everything else. Was it a good movie? I don't know. But
and then I love the emphasis on brief.
Yeah, no, it's brief. I mean, like really, like that. Come on, I thought
mild nudity. Jeez. I mean,
I don't even know if that character is of age too, because she looks pretty young.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird because there's obviously more accessible things that have that same gift, whether anime or real life.
That other manga Seven Seas just licensed. You know, Don't Meddle with My Daughter. You'll get all the nipples and asses you could ever want.
Yeah, and then all the sexual situations.
I mean, again, like, they have a villain organization named Blowjob, so, like, yeah.
Not to mention the more pornographic version that exists.
Yeah, its sequel is basically a hentai. Called The MILF of Steel.
Oh. Yeah, but it's kind of degrading, too.
I mean, yeah. I read the series. I mean, like, you know, anytime... Like, the mother of that series, because basically it's about for those who don't know, it's about this superhero who's kind of retired to raise her daughter, but her daughter really wants to be a superhero, but like she like trying to convince her not to, while keeping her original identity a secret. And the reason why she doesn't want her daughter to become a superhero is because like when she was a superhero, every time she would save the day, she would like be constantly like molested or be stripped naked and embarrassed in public. So she doesn't want that for her daughter, but, her daughter doesn't care. It happens anyways to her. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's Japan and superheroes, man.
Yeah, did anyone ever translate, like, the last 4 or so chapters of that series? Because I'm just kind of curious to see, like, does it redeem itself in its storytelling, or there's, like, no, it's just an excuse for TNA.
And no clue.
Yeah, because I remember, like, everywhere that I checked, like, they didn't translate the volume 3. Then I was thinking, like, I kind of don't know if I want to buy it just to find out. Or to even keep it.
I mean, like, I don't even know, like, if it will be released where I live, but even though, do I really want to buy it? Because, like, by buying it, that means I have to put it on my shelf, where anyone can just randomly pick it up and start looking at it.
Because then at the same time I'm thinking, well, I do have Honey 90, like, the comic book versions of that, but admittedly, I think Don't Meddle with My Daughter's a lot. Yeah, Don't Meddle with My Daughter's way more explicit.
Yeah, see, like, my mom...
Even the title sounds more explicit than the other ones.
Yeah, no, don't meddle with my daughter.
Meddle with me instead.
I don't think they want to meddle with her, they more like want to meddle inside her.
Then the other title could be Meddle with the MILF.
Yeah, because, it's more about the mom than the daughter anyways.
Yeah. Well, the mom's the best thing, but...
Yeah, it's true. Like,
but I really don't like how she gets constantly degraded, though. It's like, man, she's hot, but goddamn, you gotta go that way about it, guys. Especially when she gets mind controlled, I'm like, oh, come on, really? Really?
Yeah, what was her, like, when she got mind controlled, she got, like, a new nickname. Was it, like, hand job or something like that?
I don't remember the actual wording at all, but just the device that they're using is just like, no.
Or was it glory hole? I don't know.
Maybe something along those lines.
It was some weird, like, sexual name. Like, do the main villains of this organization, do they keep a straight face while they're, like, naming things? Like, yes, glory hole, go and destroy all the heroes.
Yeah. Well, then again, I'm trying to remember if To Be Hero had something like that, because there was that whole ass alien thing. Huh.
No. I almost forgot about that series, yeah.
Yeah, but that's supposed to have a sequel at some point.
Yeah, no, I'm, like, kind of wondering, like, did it need a sequel, though?
Because the last scene just made it, like, more confusing than it's supposed to be, which kind of, like, upset me a bit.
I know, like, I enjoyed it. It had, like, moments, but I don't know, like, especially, like, when the anime came out, like, 2 years ago?
16.
Yeah, so by the time it actually gets a sequel, it'd be a while.
Yeah, then not many people even know about its existence.
Yeah, not many people even covered it, so it's just kind of like, okay, you do you, I guess.
Yeah, it starts off smutty, it starts off dirty. Well, it is dirty, but it actually has a nice message.
Yeah, it has a nice message, and it was decently entertaining.
Yeah, family, the single father life.
The hero life.
Yeah.
Ugly life. Just life in general.
Does that cover everything? Because I kind of wish I had more exciting things to say about North Star, but I don't. Because it's so vague, because I want there just to be like a straight up confirmation, like, yeah, you can get it. Because
it's not like we're getting physical volumes and it's coming out on this date. This is where it's getting a digital release on this piece of technology that you put, whatever it's called.
Well, admittedly, all the manga releases that we want to get happens next year. Yeah, because originally I wish, because I was saying this earlier when we started recording, that I kind of wish I was able to like animate something quickly and then just make like a little sketch about like what's going on with all these licensing, because Fist of North Star, like there's stuff happening with Hokuto Katsoko, the Fist of Blue Sky chapter is supposed to get released in October, and then this thing with the EoneBook for Fist of North Star, and I kind of just wanted to like I don't know, just draw like Hooklock and his friend, which his name I'm still coming up with. I want to go with Crossfire. Like that's the only thing that comes to mind at the moment. Just since he uses guns, so Crossfire guns, blah blah blah. I don't know. I just wanted to have like some sort of hyper overactive thing. Then the other guy be like, "Yeah, you gotta calm down, bro. It's like we still gotta wait a year to even know what the fuck happened."
Yeah.
But oh well.
That was this week's podcast.
I don't know. I feel like it's such a downer. It's just like, why does it sound like a downer than good news? What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, we had good news. We shit talked Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, it's like the highlight of the video.
I guess. And then, yeah, man, I guess everyone's just gonna have to wait for like next month where all the anime come out. We'll get back on track with what's good.